What's happening? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another one. You see what we on today. Sitting in front of the fireplace. Got my journal out. And we just sitting here chilling. So I welcome you. How you doing? Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whenever you're catching this video. You know, I was sitting here journaling, and I was sitting here thinking to myself how I spend a lot of time listening to videos, reading books, you know, on psychology, my own mind, why I attract narcissistic relationships, and as of recently, recognizing narcissistic or dysfunctional traits within myself. And yeah, man, y'all, I realized that some of the most rewarding things that we can do for ourselves, the most rewarding work that we can do, does not have a check stub attached to it. And it may cost a lot. It may cost time. It may cost sacrifice of relationships, sacrifice of engaging in other things that you may want to at that time. It may cost, but it doesn't pay in money. However, it pays in a fulfillment that far exceeds what money can give you. And subsequently, and ironically, it also ends up leading to wealth, psychological space, very enriching relationships, and a healthy respect for yourself. I realized, though, I wasn't counting that as work, and it is, man. It's deep work, you know. So if you watching videos, constantly tapping into that conversation through videos, through music, through having conversations about it, then you're doing work, and you're doing some really hard work. And though it doesn't pay in money, I just wanted to encourage you and encourage myself, like, you're doing the big shit, you know, you're doing the deep shit, you're doing that grown shit. So, you know, treat it as such, you know, honor it as such. You know, y'all, in this process of healing, man, and learning to get emotionally healthy and emotionally stable, mentally stable, understanding has been a pivotal force. And I gotta thank my mom, because my mom always made sure that I was a man of understanding, you know, having the ability to put myself in another person's shoes. Now, it needed balance, you know what I'm saying? Because too much empathy without boundaries and self-respect and self-love, then you will be a people pleaser. You will be a person who is codependent. You need other people around you to exist. You will feel bad about having emotions that are unpleasant. You will feel wrong about honoring your truth and doing things that other people disapprove of, you know what I'm saying? So once again, balance is needed. But yeah, man, emotional safety within yourself, understanding, man, it makes it to where you can detach easier. For all my people out there who want to detach in a healthy way, like letting go of traumas and relationships, like what I found one of the deepest, and it's not easy, but one of the deepest ways to truly heal when it comes to a relationship with somebody else and to be able to detach is to understand, you know. Unfortunately, sometimes we're gonna have to learn to accept apologies from people that we never got, you know. But when we apply understanding to the situation, not just forgiveness, because people always say forgive, it's not for them, for you, but nobody talks about what that entails. Forgiveness is a process, and it's not an easy process. you know One very important, I'm not going to go over the whole thing, but one very important aspect of it that I don't think get mentioned enough is understanding, applying understanding, putting yourself even in that person's shoes who wronged you. And it's not in a sense to let them free of it, it's just to be like, what type of things led to this behavior? And if you can just do that objectively, if you can keep going down that line, what led to this objectively? And I don't care who it is, it could be your ex, it could be your mom, it can be your dad, it could be somebody in your family. 9 times out of 10, the habits or the behaviors that people have, including us, came as a result of maybe several traumas, maybe several things that, several contributing factors. And if you really look at it, like if we were put in those same circumstances with that same level of consciousness, the same, like a lot of times we will find ourselves doing the same thing. And when you have a heart or the mental capacity to acknowledge or understand that, then you have the ability to free yourself from this world. That's where true forgiveness actually happens. That's where you can really start to be like, bruh, it's almost like you got a high level of understanding when somebody can do some fucked up shit, and because you understand so well, you can't even get mad, bro. It's not that you put up with no shit, because boundaries are important. You ain't got to put up with nobody's shit. But when you don't take it personal and you don't get mad because you can understand where they are, like, bro, talk about detached, talk about untouchable, and that doesn't block your love. That actually gives you more, the level of compassion you have. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Yeah, just sitting there in front of the fireplace, warming up, and just thinking about this health and wealth. I want to take this opportunity within this video to tell you thank you. I appreciate you for being here. Sometimes it gets hard for me to keep this channel up, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it just feel like another thing to do. And, I don't know, I kind of, if I'm honest, I wish that there was a little more, sometimes I wonder what I'm doing this shit for. Sometimes, like, I feel like it don't count. But I remember when I started it, I just wanted to speak, and I do this for people who, don't speak for themselves, or people who can relate to my type of energy, have that same energy. And, we haven't had that voice, because we oftentimes that quiet, strong one. And we have this ability to see deeper than, most people. Like, intelligent people oftentimes don't speak. People who can see deep oftentimes don't speak. And a lot of times it's because we are perceptive of things that a lot of people miss. So I wanted to be brave in being a voice for that. Everybody not going to understand what I'm saying, but, one of my triggers is being appreciated. And it definitely plays into this channel too, So, just giving. So the reason why I keep challenging myself to show up is because I want to just give purely from my heart and let go of the expectation, or, what I'm saying? I swear I've been exposing the shit out of myself everywhere. But with that being said, y'all, that's the message today. So whether today ends up being a good day or a rough day, if you're struggling to make ends meet or you're at the pinnacle of your success, either way, the greatest place that you can come from is right where you are. Not perfect, just real. All right. Wish you peace, love, and abundance every single day, especially on the days that it rain. And with that being said, we're signing out. Peace.